We'll be doing the unboxing of this case. This one is specifics for the Galaxy S25 Ultra. Now mainly I'll be looking for a kickstand case because like during my breaks, like I usually watch videos and YouTube on the and consume media on my phone itself. So I had this sub case before, and I'm currently using this one. Now the main reason that I just moved towards the Iceblade Prop Case is the reason that once it's just like horizontally, once it's being placed on the table itself, so it has the limitation like how much you can just tilt, so it just remains on a one position, as you can see. Now this case itself, like it's different than this one, and I prefer the design of this one much more better. So we just go ahead and just unbox this one, and we'll talk about these goodies later which came with the Nilkin case itself. So this one is the called Iceblade Prop Case, and there's nothing much more in it to just read. Like this is reliable protection, it says all-round protection, superior sense of touch, open mold with the original device. So we just go ahead and just unbox this one. So very nice feel and good packaging for the case itself, and we'll just go ahead and just unbox this one. We'll keep this one aside, we'll just have a look on this one later on. So let me see how to open this one. So here's the case itself. We just go ahead and just unbox this one, and it's kind of you can say acrylic kind of feel. It is a hard plastic at the back, and then there's rubbery touch on the sides. We'll see what's in the box. So there's nothing, there's just says coexist with green nature starting from a corn. Wow. And there's nothing much more in the case. It's in the box itself. Pretty nice presentation, I would just say, for the case itself. Now we'll just go ahead and just see the case itself. So there's a smoke look on the back itself, I can feel that. And yeah, there's nothing that you can see inside. So just weigh the case itself. So the case itself is around 48 grams, and the previous case, the sub case that I was using, this is around 67 grams. And we just go ahead and just see how the case itself feels on this one. So initially, like I can see the case itself is pretty much slim. We just go ahead and just weigh the, so it's around 270 grams in total in the weight and the device itself. So on the back, like you get quite a smoky kind of touch. You can see like it's almost the color you cannot see out of it. However, from this one you get to see like almost the look that you get from the actual phone itself. The color it shows pretty much nicely from this one. This one, if you need a little bit smoky touch, so it's pretty nice for that. The grip is much more nicer, I would just say. Now the reason I was just talking about like why I got this case is the reason of this kickstand. Now this has a lot of resistivity, I would just say, which would just protect the device itself and the lenses pretty much more. And we just see how to unlock this one. So the stand itself, you can just almost open at 180 degree, and it's pretty stiff stand, I would just say. The hinge is pretty strong on this one, I can vouch on that. Now the reason I've been asking for this case is that you can have like a multiple positions on this one while just using the case. Like you can see, like it has a pretty strong hinge, so you can just keep on a multiple or numerous angles as you like, and you can just almost make it flat. That's the best thing about it. And you can just keep it like a vertical and a land and a portrait mode, this one. And there's no wobble at all. Like you can just type, so like obviously if you just hit here, so it might wobble, but like if you're just typing here, so you wouldn't have any issues regarding that one. We just could close this one and we just see if we can just, so the only thing that's a drawback of this case is like it's quite wobbly because of this so much. Let me see it wasn't closed. Yeah, so it is a wobbly case, I would just say. Like if you're just typing, so you'll feel wobble over here, which is kind of a drawback. So yeah, so let's go ahead and just check the design language on this one. So the case itself is pretty snug fit. You can see the buttons are very clicky, I would just say, and you can see like there is a texture over here on the buttons which feels like pretty nice. It's kind of a bluish, so it just blends with the phone itself, and it has like, for grip it has like a 3 cuts on each side, and you can see on the side you get a texture to have a better grip. You can just mount the lanyard over here, and then on the bottom if we come, so we have the perfect cutout for the Type-C charging port, the noise cancellation mic speaker, and the S Pen. So we just see how the S Pen is easy to remove. Yep, it's perfectly fine to remove the S Pen over here. And then on the other side you have a pretty sleek look over here. You just get the grip over here, and then there's a Nilkin branding over here, and on the top you get the perfect noise cancellation mic cutouts over here. And the best thing is that like the case itself is not bulky at all. It gives a pretty nice touch to the phone itself. So the back you would just see it's kind of textured over here, and it's very grippy. It's not slippy, like it wouldn't slip from your hands, and it gives like kind of a very nice touch to the phone itself, I would just say. The sides are pretty nice to touch as well, like it's pretty grippy. The only drawback of the case itself, like it's like kind of a wobbly once you just lay it on flat on the ground itself, or if you're just using that one on the table. Now the goodies that came with it, I would just say that and just go ahead and open. I'm not sure what this is. This is something, I think you can just put it, no, it's something else, not sure, just a goodie for something as a gift. So these one are pretty nice, so you can just change the colors of your phone back. So what you can do exactly is like you can just put these, any of these at the back, it's pretty hard to remove this case. It's pretty snug fit, so you can use any of the colors you want to. You can just keep it on the back itself, and it will just change the color of your phone to something else. You can see like it looks pretty beautiful, I would just say. And you might want to use, like if you're just bored with the original color of your phone, so you can just swap colors out of it. It's almost same color, you can see, like as a S25 Ultra, you can say, I mean the like the mint color that comes in the other Samsung phones. So you can just have a look like how, so it looks like quite white, I would say. Yeah, it doesn't, it looks like white because of the smoky color. So I think the darker colors would just be a better option. You can just make it green if you want. So you can see how this one looks. So I think the red one is the most popping one, might be. Yeah, so you can make your phone to be as red. So there are a couple of colors you can just choose from. Like if you're just bored, you can just change the color and it's good to go over there. So most of the colors looks like white. The lighter one, they looks like kind of a muted color, I would just say. So blue, and I think the orange one is the best to pop. So you can just use this one as in this one, and then you can just mount a phone. Now the fit is pretty perfect, like on this one, I would just say. So you can see like it's kind of a red touch you get on the phone itself on the back. So it looks pretty nice, I would just say. And you have a couple of colors to choose, and I would just want to tell one thing also, like the fit on the top, I would just say it's like perfect. There's a decent space that you can just put the screen protector on top of it, and there is a rigidity as well, if you can just see. So here you just get a little bit of cutout for the a speaker phone, and if you see, so like you can just face it down, you can keep this phone like facing down, as it has the rigidity on it, and we'll just keep this one aside for a while. And I just want to check one thing, if you can just use these colorful options like with other cases as well. I would want to just try it with the sub case, so that will be just much more prominent on that one. So I would just say the case itself, you just get a little bit of the rigidity, or you can say bubble on the corners, to just if you might drop your phone on the corner, so it will just protect that one. It's a very slim case, it's not heavy at all, it doesn't add that much weight onto the device itself. We just go ahead and just check this thing if it works with it. Wow, yeah, it works, but it's just okay. It kind of changes the color, but yeah, it looks pretty nice. But yeah, this thing like on over here is a little bit off, but yeah, you can use it if you want to just use it with other cases as well of the S25 Ultra, and it will definitely going to work with that one. So yeah, I would just recommend this case to like anyone who's just looking for a nice case for the S25 Ultra. This is a very sleek look, and it has this one on the camera bump, like it's pretty nice, it protects pretty well, it is very much raised from the top itself. The only thing I just noticing over here, like there's a slight gap over here, due to which like the dust would just go inside, is the only drawback I can see of this case itself, in my opinion. And the dust will build up inside the case itself, because it has been a little bit raised from the phone itself, but nevertheless that will just also help to protect the phone itself once it will fall. So it will just be more durable, because of there's an extra cushion of, or the gap that would just protect the phone itself from breaking. If it's your just a sharp thing hits over here, so it would just protect the phone much more better because of that gap as well. So that's kind of an air cushion, you can say it has, of flexibility it has. So the case might break, but obviously your phone will still remain protected. So that's kind of a good thing, but the drawback is that the dust would go inside of it. The case itself is pretty nice, as I already mentioned. It's very sleek. It's very much, you can say, a slimmed down version, I would just say, than the sub case itself, the UV case. This one is pretty much like if you want to use it if you're just going for like some sports or something, so this case might be for that purpose. This case is like for everyday use, that also give like a lot of protection, as well as it's quite sleek and very decent case to be used on the phone itself. So yeah, that's all for today. If you guys have any questions regarding this case, so you can just let me know down in the comments, and please like, share and subscribe, and thank you for watching again. Have a good day. Bye.